What I did to start this with, using some of my previous knowledge, I took and made an armature out of newspaper covered in aluminum foil. I then began to block out clay pieces, which I then put over the entire part that I had planned to mold. Once I had done that, I began to heat up the clay just by working it with my hands, and I started to put out some of the details. As demonstrated here, you can see that I've gone ahead and done a lot more detail work. I've gone ahead and started to put in the muzzle, the nose, the eye sockets, lots of little details, just to create an overall better effect for the piece. Moving on from there, I have now cut out the eye sockets and inserted the glass eyes, and then I began to work out some of the rough work. As you can see, with the eyes, I've gone ahead and given them eyelids and everything. One key thing to note when working with glass eyes: be very careful. They are prone to breaking. I actually dropped mine before I was able to even get them in here, so there's like a small cracks on the bottom, but you won't be able to see it in the finished product. Beyond that, I've gone ahead and refined some of the details. I've tried to work out more of skeletal structure in this face and give it more even features between the two halves of the head. I still wasn't happy with this. It's very rough, and so I wanted to do a little bit more enhancement on that. As you can see, it's still kind of uneven. I fixed that later. So continuing on, more of the rough work, more shaping. Here I've started to use some tooling. As you can see, I've kind of evened out the face of it. Now I began using a scraping tool, which evens up more of it. However, it still wasn't enough, so I went and actually added a lot more clay to it. I gave it higher cheekbones, wide brow, and then I refined that down again using the scraping to even out both sides of the muzzle, and we come to this point, which is what I have to date. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll stay tuned for my next installment in this video series, where I will be making the full costume and then giving some more scale references.